Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be comparing Gavin Brindley and Eduard. That is right. His last name is Shalah, not Sale. I just wanted to make that clear. Anyways, these are two pretty talented wingers who should be taken early on in the upcoming 2023 NHL draft class. If you're liking what you're seeing with the scouting report videos, and be sure to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 300 by the end of June, and I think that's a goal that I can achieve. So be sure to support the channel. All right, Shalah comes with pretty good size. He's 6'2", 175 pounds. He shoots left, but he prefers to be on the right wing. I would say he's fine being on either side, but he does like that right wing. I would rank him somewhere between 10th and 25th overall. He's been kind of all over the board, though early on in the season, he was projected to go pretty high. In the top league in Czechia, he put up 14 points in 43 games played. Brindley is pretty small. He's 5'9", and he's just under 160 pounds. He's a right winger, right shot. I would rank him somewhere between 20th and 40th overall. In the NCAA this season, he played in Michigan on the top line with Adam Fantilli. In 41 games played, he put up 26 assists and 38 points. Brindley has a pretty average shot. It's solid, but you'd want to see it improve to be more of a threat at the NHL level. But there is upside. I think Brindley could be a solid 20-goal scorer. But if he improves his shot more, then maybe that could evolve. Brindley is much more than just his shot in the offensive zone. His movement and positioning in the offensive zone looks solid. He finds open space really well. He's not afraid to get into the dirty areas. He'll hunt for rebounds and try and pull off tips. Brindley is an all-right goal scorer, but an even better playmaker. I don't think Brindley will ever hit that elite level when it comes to the goal scoring and playmaking, but he does some solid damage with his nice passing ability. Some passes come with decent creativity, but most of his passes are just solid and effective. He keeps it pretty simple. He's also pretty deceptive. It can be hard to tell if Brindley is thinking shoot or pass. Now, Shalah, I expect him to be the way better goal scorer. One of his biggest strengths is his shot. It's fast, it's dangerous, it's scary. That quick release is flashy, it's accurate, it's a total weapon. His wrist shot is filthy. He's a huge sniper. Just the way he always seems to perfectly place his shots will amaze you. He does such a great job analyzing the ice in the offensive zone. He does such a good job with finding that open space, and when he does, watch out. This is a guy that you do not want to leave open. Shalah is also a really good passer. I feel like it doesn't get enough attention. He can set up some plays. He's really creative. He thinks super fast. The decision making is fantastic. He won't even think twice, it seems like. He may receive a pass where he'll already be in a solid shooting lane, but he'll suddenly dish it to somebody who is even more open. The passes come with strength and good accuracy. He can execute those sharp feeds through tight lanes. Loads of potential here with his playmaking and passing ability. He's just got to be a bit more consistent. At times, he'll make a pass that is a bit too risky, and then it leads to a scoring chance for the opposition. So I think that's the biggest difference between Brindley and Shalah when it comes to the passing ability. Shalah, you'll see those much more excellent and exciting and flashy passes, but sometimes they're a little too risky. Whereas with Brindley, he's going to make passes that are often always safe and you'll be very secure. Maybe they're not the most exciting, but he always seems to get the job done, and he doesn't turn over the puck very much. Definitely not as much as Shalah. Having a great skating ability is ever so important, and Gavin Brindley has that going on. He's quick, and he's a really good skater. He's got good high-end speed, and at times that fastest gear is seen, but you'd love to see some more consistency with it. The edge work is fine by me. It looks really great. He cuts really good and changes direction with ease. He's always moving. He's never going statue mode. So this is nice to see. He's got a lot of energy. You'll see him shift from battle to battle. He'll cover threat to the next one. He's like a hawk. Shala is a pretty amazing prospect, but there are some flaws to his game. And the skating ability, he's a solid skater. He's not elite, but not bad. A little close to the average, more above average. We'll give that to him. He's got a decent foundation. He doesn't have the best initial stride, but his speed gets better as he continues to move forward. His ability with his skating is maybe a little raw. It's a little choppy. The edge work doesn't wow you. You'd like to see his skating improve for sure. It can hurt him at times. He kind of skates awkwardly when he's approaching opponents. He's not the best hitter. Just a lot of areas in his game are affected by his rather weak skating ability. So with Shala, you want to see this area in his game improve because, oh man, would it ever help him in so many different ways. Though his skating ability isn't my favorite, he makes up for it with the awesome way that he controls the puck. Shala has really good hands. What he's able to pull off in tight spaces is shocking. You'll see at times he doesn't have much room, but he makes it look like he has more than enough space. The filthy mitts help him in many ways. He can make quick, flashy moves in front of the goalie to score in many different ways. The moves he pulls off before executing a big pass is a great sign. It looks elite, really. The way he opens up space, he's strong on the puck, he controls it well, and has lots of determination to finish a play. He's a great offensive player. He can score in many ways. He has what it takes to rack up points. Just a good offensive mind. This is a guy who's going to be able to kill it on the power play. He has so much upside in the offensive zone. And again, I just look at that skating ability. I think that's what the scouts are thinking with Shala, is that holds him back a bit. But if it can improve, then this unlocks so many different wonders for Shala. Gavin Brindley also has some pretty filthy mitts himself. He's got some fast hands. He's a really good stick handler, and he looks really impressive in those tight spaces as well. He's got the mitts to get the job done, but it's not on Shala's level. For a small guy, he's pretty good at protecting the puck. He plays with no fear, and I like that about him. He comes with a lot of determination. He's good at carrying the puck through the neutral zone. Brindley competes hard. There's a lot to like about him. He's got the skill set to become a top six guy, but if that doesn't work out, then he also has the toolkit to become an effective bottom six player. His size will be a big challenge for him to overcome. Scouts always give these short guys a tough time, but I'm sure he's up to the task. You wouldn't expect a small guy to play like how he does. He is rather physical. He's competitive when it comes to puck battles. His good speed helps him out with forechecking. He's a consistent puck hunter. He makes excellent efforts with back checking. You'll see him steal it and then effectively help out with transition. He takes no shifts off. This guy gives it his all every single shift. So Brindley is a pretty interesting case in this upcoming 2023 draft class. There's so much to consider. Where is he possibly going to go? Because we do know that these smaller guys tend to fall. And I think he might go in the second round because of that small size. But I've seen some rankings where some people have him close to that 15 area. I mean, he is a pretty full package kind of player. He does a little bit of everything right. I think there's good offensive upside, great defensively, a really good skater. There's so much going on with Brindley. But I think some scouts are wondering how much of his production came from playing with Adam Fantilli. Some people say, oh, well, he helped Fantilli succeed a lot. Maybe it's the other way around. There's so much to think about there. I think a lot of scouts are probably like, well, I wish I could see what Brindley can do without Fantilli. But unfortunately, you're not going to be able to find that out until next season when you've already drafted him. Fantilli likely will be in the NHL next season, So then that is when we're going to see when Brindley plays in the NCAA without Adam Fantilli. But it'll already be too late at that rate. You've already drafted him, and then at that point, next season, you're going to have to see what this kid can do without Adam Fantilli. I think we'll always see Shala rely and depend on his offensive ability, but he does come with a decent two-way ability. You would like to see somebody who is 6'2" simply be stronger. He's a little too weak on the puck for my liking. Things may get a bit better once he truly grows into his frame. He for sure has this stronger offensive game. Defensively, he's decent. There is effort here. He's great with his stick. At times, he looks really hungry to help steal the puck. He can be a puck hunter. He's really good with his stick. Overall, nothing all too alarming with his two-way game, so this does help a lot. He's a really good player. What helps him a lot is his elite level of intelligence. His hockey IQ stands out. He's really good at reading other players. He makes all sorts of smart little plays that will help out his team a bunch. Smart little passes, deflections, moving the puck to a safe area, puts it into his scoring lane. At times you see him make something happen out of nothing, and it's really exciting. You kind of never know what's next with him. So we've got two fantastic prospects who come with excellent upside and potential. I think the biggest thing with Brindley is clearly that size. Are scouts going to shy away from that, or are they going to be willing to take a chance on him? With Shala, there is so much gifted offensive potential there. You just look at the skating and you think of the defensive game, not stellar, but enough to get the job done. So just how high is Shala really going to go? He's all over the board, and I find that to be so interesting about him. I mean, all season long, he's had such an interesting story. He really did start the season up so high in the rankings, but now he's kind of around 10. He's around 20. Some people even have him around 30. Somebody who's really high on him is Craig Budden. He's had him in his top 10 all season long, so maybe he sees something that we are all missing out on. That'll be all for today. In the comments section below, be sure to let me know. If you had the chance to take Shala very high in this draft, would you take a chance on him? Between Shala and Brindley, who would you rather have? Would you go with Brindley over Shala? Because I do know that some people are pretty high on Brindley. It's going to be really interesting to see how it all plays out with these two. If you're new here, then be sure to subscribe, leave a like, and help support the channel in any possible way. The feedback is always appreciated. Thank you for tuning in today, everybody. I will see you all next time.